Save up to 50% on your medicine bills. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Pharmacodynamics has a generic medicine that's suitable for you.
Cortisol is known as the stress hormone because stress activates cortisol secretion. It's also responsible for several stress-related changes in the body. But what is stress exactly?
Stress is the body's response to anything that threatens its well-being, either emotional well-being or physical well-being. So anything that threatens you, whether it's a physical threat like a fall or an injury, or whether it's an emotional threat like being in danger, or even sort of longer-term emotional threats like an unhappy work situation or a problematic relationship, all of that can be a form of stress.
When we get stressed, our blood pressures rise, our heart rates increase, our breathing rate increases, and our hands become sweaty. More blood glucose is provided so that the body can better adapt to the stressful situation.
The problem with today's life is that we don't have those short, intense periods of stress. We have longer, lower grade chronic stress. So instead of these sudden spikes in your cortisol level, you have more chronic but lower grade elevations in cortisol, and that's what can lead to some of the bad effects of stress on health.
Cortisol is a hormone or chemical that is secreted in the bloodstream. It ensures that we are able to respond to a stressful circumstance by raising our blood pressure. It also ensures that our immune systems are adequate so that we can fight infection properly.
With constant low-grade stress that you haven't dealt with, the constant elevated levels of cortisol can give you things like increased weight gain, particularly around the belly.
Diabetes, hypertension. It may also have a negative impact on our ability to fight infection.
Constant elevated levels of cortisol can predispose you to being distressed and can also lead to greater anxiety, which then has an impact on other areas of your life.
So it's important to try and keep these cortisol concentrations wherever possible within the normal range by limiting stress.
While cortisol is a helpful part of the body's response to stress, it's important that the body's relaxation response is activated after a stressful event.
There are many different ways that we can deal with stress, but one of the first things is to identify what are the stresses in our life. What are the stresses that we can change or we can improve, and what are the stresses that we can just live with? For the things that you can't change, you have to figure out ways of managing them. Then you get things you can do in your daily life. Following a routine, going to bed at more or less the same time every day, getting up at more or less the same time every morning.
Having a healthy lifestyle, having a balanced diet, and avoiding caffeine or alcohol or minimizing alcohol intake may be helpful in reducing stress.
Regular exercise. And exercise doesn't have to be an hour at the gym. Little things like walking instead of taking a car, taking the stairs instead of taking the lift, fitting in 10 to 15 minutes a couple of times a day, every day. Finding a place in your daily life that's just for you, where you can rest and relax. Meditating, helping the mind still. These are all things that are very important in managing stress.
You can learn to relax your body and make lifestyle changes in order to keep your body from reacting to stress in the first place.
Save up to 50% on your medicine bills. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Pharmacodynamics has a generic medicine that's suitable for you.